Right guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video I'm going to be just sealing everything up on this bike and just get it running today, hopefully in this video. So basically you're going to laugh at this, watch this. So basically I've got my crankcase back, and the reason for this, if you haven't watched all my other videos on my channel, basically when I was putting this on I cracked it, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. So the bloke that did this has done a good job. I can't fault his work, and I've got nothing to complain about. It won't leak oil anymore, and I can get on with what I need to get on with, despite on what it looks like, do you know what I mean? So I've basically got it repaired, and it only cost me a score, but well, if it does the job, if it seals it and no oil comes out, I'm not really bothered on how it looks. So yeah, that might be something to laugh at, but I've just got to get this bike up and running in this video. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one because I still haven't figured out the problem on that back brake caliper. So I don't know what the problem is there. It might be, I don't know, the piston isn't sitting in there properly. I don't know yet. It might be a seal that's gone. So yeah, I did end up getting a kit for the back brake caliper, and hopefully that does work, fingers crossed. So where do we start? I'm gonna start on getting that crankcase on, and yeah, basically what I've made a start on just cleaning everything out. All these bits of, I don't know, on the old gasket. Yeah, basically I'm gonna clean it up a bit more, and then yeah, all the stuff is in this little bag here. So I gotta go through it, sort through it, what's what. I gotta rig all the power valve up and everything, and yeah, put a new gasket. I've got a new gasket. So I literally ran into a little problem, and basically a bearing fell out and I had no clue on where it went. I'm like, where the bloody hell does this bearing go? This little one here. Basically, after just putting on that pressure plate, I've got to basically take this off and then yeah, put this bearing up behind it. So I'll get it off and show you. So what we have here is a pressure plate, and this bearing goes just behind there like that, if you can see that on camera. Rule number one, you're supposed to talk everything down to spec, and you're not supposed to use an impact driver like I'm using in this clip, so just bear that in mind and your bike won't go bang. Right, I've got the gasket, let's get this. I ripped the last one, but obviously I had to order a new set. Let's get this gasket on, and next thing is the power valve. Hopefully I can do it with the engine still in the bike. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, I'm gonna get this in the time lapse and then just, I'm done. Right, for you guys it's like 10 seconds in this clip, but for me it was like half an hour just to try and get this bloody actuator arm in place, and as well as the power valve as well. I'm taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on, but we finally got there. Basically, you got to make sure that there's like a groove in this power valve thing down here, and if you can look your screw, so your little bolt goes in there, and then you got to make sure that there's like a little cutout for where the bolt sits into on that power valve, and you got to make sure it all lines up properly. Just yeah, don't forget that, and make sure that the clutch thing is latching. There's no gaps or anything. And yeah, let's get all these bolts on, get the pump on and everything, and this should be a finished bike. I hopefully want to get it running tonight, just to do a little heat cycle on it. So final touches, I'm just literally putting the bolts in, and hopefully I can get this bike running in this video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this bike started. Oi! Come on! Oh, what? The problem with the carburetor is that the float is getting stuck in it as it's been sitting around for ages, and yeah, I sort of need to get some compressed air through where the fuel goes in, and then hopefully it should have a bit of a wake-up call, I suppose. So let's get this done. So my job this morning is just to find that last screw, that last bit to the bike. I need to find it because every time I press the brake, I don't want it to like fling off the bike just because of this screw. Now this screw obviously goes through a bracket that holds it onto the bike. And yeah, I need to find it. So I'll check back with you when I do find it. If I don't find it, then obviously I'm gonna have to order a new set, a whole new set for the back brake caliper. Now I don't want to do this, so I better get cracking on finding it. So I've got a little problem, I cannot find it anywhere. But there's a solution to this problem, and the solution is I've got to get a new kit for it. It is what it is, but yeah, like I said, I guarantee I'll find it straight afterwards. But yeah, the bike's in nearly perfect condition. Well, not quite. I've got to adjust the levers a little bit at the front of the bike. Yeah, bleed the back brake a bit more, and as soon as I get this screw, I can do that. But obviously I won't video it. In the next video it'll just be done. So it'll just be done, and I can start riding it. I can start going out, having fun, and this will be my first big project. This will be my first project I have done.
What?
Something that's got wheels. Well, I don't know what my next project's gonna be, but yeah, hopefully it's gonna be just as good as this one. And yeah, hopefully, yeah. I've come a long way on this bike. Obviously, there's some imperfections on this bike, like the stickers. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional at doing stickers, obviously, but you know, yeah, it's my first time doing this sort of thing, so I'm gonna be bad at it. Absolute machine. So just before anyone says anything, the carburetor does need tuning, and it needs a bit of fresh fuel in it, which has been sitting in the fuel tank for God knows how long. And yeah, them three things, that screw as well for the back brake caliper, need to be sorted. And then the bike is a good condition running bike. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks so much for watching. Peace out.